everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day, and I'm doing a bit of a mixed reading today because I'm using the Robin Wood Tarot, which is a traditional style of tarot deck. I'm using the Norse Tarot by Clive Barrett, which is a sort of Norseman themed deck. And I'm using a deck which I don't believe I've used before, which is the Madame Endora Fortune cards, which is an oracle deck and quite an interesting one, as you will see. So our first card for today is Judgement, and this is one of the few very non-traditional images that we have in this deck. The traditional Judgement image is really a sort of an archangel blowing a horn and calling the dead to awaken from their graves to go to Judgement. This is a very, very different image. As you can see, what we have is this naked woman, and she is springing out of this fiery cauldron and sort of transforming into this phoenix bird behind her. And the feeling that I get very strongly with this is that there's going to be a real shifting of attitudes today, a real kind of enlightenment almost. It's kind of one of those aha moments again that we are experiencing with this card. And a real feeling that I get with this of kind of upliftment, really, of perhaps even joy. It's kind of finally realizing things the way they are, rather than the way that they have appeared to be for possibly a very long time. And I do get this real enlightenment and ascension feeling from this card today. So it does feel very much like it's going to be almost a light bulb moment in our thinking and in our understanding of things. Now, moving to our second card, we have a card that does seem to turn up an awful lot of late, which is Strength. And this, again, we had this in a reading very recently, features the god Tyr binding the wolf Fenrir. And this is a very physical card. Strength in this deck is more of a physical thing, but there's also a degree of faith involved as well, because in the story Tyr has to place his hand inside the wolf's mouth. So, you know, there's really is this feeling of kind of believing and having that faith and that belief very, very strongly within this. So, you know, there's that element of it as well, and it is associated also with the rune of Ur, which is very much a rune of that kind of physical strength. So it does feel very much today like we are going to have to stay strong, we are going to have to try to stay positive, and also just have faith in ourselves today. And our final card, which is from the Oracle deck, is the Winds of Change, which has this rather interesting image of this blue man of the winds blowing his winds everywhere. And it has the tagline, "Your surroundings will undergo transition." So this is the second card that we've had of a transition and of a changing of things. But this is talking more about the surroundings. So we actually have transitions both internally and externally today. And in some ways, it feels like one will kind of facilitate the other. Now, it could be that it is the external situation causing and allowing the internal situation to change, or it could in actual fact be the other way around, that the internal changes, the changes of mindset, put you in a position of wanting to change your surroundings and change your circumstances. But we have that indication of change being shown to us here, and really almost blowing away the debris. Very much like the winds sort of whipping through, if you think about whipping through a desert, or through a desert town in the old Wild West and blowing the tumbleweeds away. It's very much that kind of feeling. So there's a lot of movement indicated here. So if we do a little recap on these three cards, they make quite an interesting story. The central theme, in actual fact, is staying strong throughout. That is actually the central theme that we are dealing with. And then on the one hand, we have the enlightenment, we have the epiphany, if you like, changing of mental attitudes, changing of the way we perceive things, and really having that light bulb moment so that we actually change and we push forwards. On the other hand, though, we have external factors changing around us as well, and it really is a case today of which one of these is going to influence the other. Is it going to be our enlightenment and our change of attitude that facilitates us changing our external world? Or is it going to be changes in our external world that then make us look at things in a different way? So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day and this interesting and slightly different look at the energies around today. Please do feel free to leave me some comments and let me know how these themes interact with your day today, and wherein the changes fall for you. Please also feel free to check out my website, www.theseerscave.webs.com, for more information about myself, my tools, and the readings that I offer. I want to wish everyone a really happy, blessed, enlightened, and free-flowing day today, whatever happens. And love, light, blessings, and freeth to you all.